So they directed me to see this as a warning. Now they don't want to go down this very problematic path, because they don't want this being exposed. You know, these people are so fucking evil that they're blind, and they will lose. Oh yes, I simply see this as a game. Oh sure, that's right. That's right. Uh-huh. They directed me to see this. I took a photograph, and I remember this thing from the prevision. 19 Crimes, Cabernet Sauvignon from 2016. See if I can't raise my brother, get him to talk about that the thing they had, you know, they tried to get him to kill me, you know. You know, and I thought this whole thing, you know, it was just, I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is suicide programming. That's all it is. They're just trying to get me to kill myself again. Yet again. Just like initially, you know, when they made me think that video, just that little video, you know, that silly little video, you know, was enough to kill her, was enough to get her to kill herself. No, it was much more than that, I'm sure. Let's see. Now, I don't want to involve my brother with this. You know, I don't want to, I don't want to have him have to talk about this and color his whole character, you know, from you fucking rotten fucking little lowlife fucking creeps, and how fucking superficial and fucking useless you are. Oh, he's insane just like you. Oh yeah. Your body is run on the fucking electricity, and there's a EMF, there's a fucking electromagnetic emanation coming off you as a result, you know, and it has all these field interactions, and it's you know, yeah, it's just, so you know, it interacts with everything, other life forms and inanimate things, and well, anyway, you know, they constructed a kind of a. I mean, this is top secret clandestine technology. And they got these composers, you know, digitally mixing and matching these frequencies they've collected from, I don't know, serial killers and hitmen and satanic priests who sacrifice people, and all this stuff, and they're all involved with this shit. This is who they are. This is who they are. They take their own frequencies, overlay them upon yours to make these little manipulation constructions, you know, for manipulating people, goading them into committing some kind of crime, homicide or suicide. Yep. See if I can't raise my brother here. I mean, they tortured Dania to death with this. Nick, you there?
What's up?
Hey Nick, could you please? This is a tall order, Nick, but could you please tell me precisely what they had me? You know, the time when they were trying to get you to kill me. They had me torturing and raping a girl, you know, and you were hearing this audio in your head. Could you tell me precisely what they were doing, what I was supposedly doing? because what they do, Nick, I think they overlay their own frequencies, they record their own as part of their stuff films and things. They record that electromagnetic frequency, then they overlay it, they mix and match it digitally upon like somebody else's frequencies, and then they refine it and they make it seamless, and that's what they use for manipulation to goad people into the homicide or suicide or what have you. So,
Yeah.
what did they precisely have me doing to this girl?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean,
You, are you disassociating from it? You really, honestly don't know?
No, I know.
Well, please, Nick, it's so important, Nick. This could be one of the most important things you do, Nick. And it's so important, Nick, for the future because they're going to do this to other people, Nick. They're going to do this to other people, Nick. They caused a girl that I loved to kill herself, Nick. They caused a girl that I loved to kill herself, and they tried to get me to kill myself over this. That's what they did. That is what they did. That is what they did. And at first I thought, oh, this is just a deception. She didn't really kill herself over just watching one of my videos. She's got to be tougher than that. What did they have me do, Nick? Nick, what were they having me do? Please tell me. Please tell.
I don't know if it was a game. I don't know. It might have been my own.
It doesn't matter, Nick. Well, they influence you to think these things, Nick. Nick, that's not Nick. It's just electromagnetic frequencies. It's just Nick. This is a science, Nick. It's a science, Nick. We're just machines in a kind of a way. We're just hugely complex machines. I mean, so please tell me, Nick. Please tell me. It all works together, Nick. Please tell me what you thought I was doing. Please tell me what you thought I was doing. Please tell me. Please tell me exactly. I don't care how horrible it is. Please, it's so important, Nick, that people know. It's so important people know, Nick, how bad these people are. Please, please, Nick. Please. It doesn't matter, Nick. Nick, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't color your character or anything. It's just, Nick, it's really important, Nick. You're just reporting something, Nick. You're a scientist. You're reporting something. You're delivering your findings, Nick. It's important. It's really important. Please. What?
It seemed like you, like the of what, like, I wasn't completely clear where you were. Like, the part like someone um uh, like maybe like or like
Okay, so she was tied up.
and it was like otherwise some way. I don't know what fire hitting her, what you know I was just I got uh, during this I was over I was just At the CEO and at the yeah.
Okay.
Not even going
All right.
all right.
Well, there you have it, folks. I don't know. So they have induced in me dreams where I saw fields, a big cleared out place in a jungle. Uh, all these like 2 year olds and these big terrier sized beetles, and they were biting off like fingers and all kinds of all kinds of stuff off these toddlers, and it was absolutely vivid, and all this the sights and the sounds and everything. It was absolutely vivid. It was as though this actually happened. It was as though they had cloned a bunch of kids, and they had made these GMO insects, and they had done this way the hell out there to the south, and on this boundless plain that we live on, and they had actually done this. I mean, I don't know if you can just construct this. Supposedly you can construct this with electromagnetic frequencies. These kids, they looked an awful lot like me. Okay, all kinds of other stuff. Dreams about cannibalism. All kinds of other things. So I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did to Dania, but anything is possible. And I have experienced full nerve entrainment. I mean, it was almost like you feel everything. I mean, that's how powerful this can be. This is their virtual reality. This is the virtual reality of the future. They have all these machines that they want to eventually start to sell. You know, but the kinds of horrible things they could do with this technology. Do you know what they could do? Like rape programs and all kinds of. I mean, I've seen these drones and stuff. They look all sort of cartoonish and stuff, but they're really like rape machines, and they'll. I haven't seen them in real life. This is just when I was asleep. This was in these very realistic dreams. That they can just do this with a microwave emitter. You know, I have a radionics device. I have a microwave emitter. I basically I do. I've got one. Yeah, I was attracted. I bought it because my prior experience. I had actually seen some of these devices with my own two eyes. And, yeah, I got a HDR, and it's like they market it as a time machine. And yeah, evidently, I mean, supposedly, I mean, it was as though I did time travel. I don't want to get into this, so I don't know if any of that. I mean, listen, listen. These people just simply they have the mentality, they have the perspective that a human being is just an animal. They'd cut your throat. They'd carve a steak off you. They'd fry it on a grill. That's how that these. This is the kind of people these people exist. They do. There's that perspective in this world. Yeah, there's some places in the world like Papua New Guinea. It's just this mountainous jungle. Uh, it's a big island off the eastern coast of Africa. All they can grow there is like orchards, and I don't even know if they have pigs or chickens or anything. And there's like some starchy roots, and that's it. There's some birds. There's hardly any wildlife. It's really anyway. If anybody steals fruit off their fruit trees, they will they reserve the right to just kill that person. You know, so they're very territorial. These different little tribes. Very territorial. If they kill somebody, they will eat them. They will eat them. So cannibalism is a practice there. I'm just saying that this is not so foreign. This is not so. I mean, those people aren't even bad people. You know what I'm saying? Those people aren't even bad people, and they're not well to do. They're barely surviving. Do you understand? What was it? What was it? Me talking about xanthine oxidase and homogenized half and half. How it scars up your arteries, and then that costs some coffee companies money because they gotta give heavy cream to people. Oh, they can charge a little extra for it. It's also, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't blame it on me. These people, they just fucked with me all the time. By voice to skull, they fucked with me all the time. And there was this one guy. I kind of, he would talk some sense to me once in a while, but mostly he just kind of fucked around with me, maybe he was like the supervisor. I don't know. But he was the one who told me that Donnie was gonna kill herself if I don't do something now. And then they directed me to go up on this mountain in Southern Oregon to die of exposure. And I very nearly did. I barely made it out of that situation. And this is like some kind of sacrifice thing. It's like, well, either him or her. Well, we'll probably try to intervene with her. You know, and I told myself, I barely, I was freezing to death up there. I told myself, if I get out of here, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go to Dania. I'm gonna go to her place of work. I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna tell her I love her. You know, but when I, somehow, somehow I delayed. Somehow I delayed somehow, and I think they just programmed me, and I wasn't fully aware. I wasn't fully aware of it then. I wasn't fully aware of it then because I was still young and strong. Still had a lot of life. You know, and I would just shrug it off. In the morning, I was fuck all you fucking. I'm better than that. somehow they got me not to go in there. And then when I did, like a month later, she had moved on. I discovered I went in several more times, looking for her. And I asked about her on one occasion, and I learned that she had moved on. So that's what happened. I'm telling you, these people just like to believe they're superior to other people, and that's what it is. When in reality they feel inferior. And think of the kind of people who would do this: sit around all day applying their little trade of population management. Like we're livestock. Deciding, which one is okay to breed this one with that one, and all this stuff for on behalf of the interests of some corporate interests or some governmental interests, perhaps, and mainly corporate. They're the ones who could, they're the ones with the most power. People with money. Okay, so doing the whims, of those people for pay. These security firms, doing this stuff. They're just walking around in their little uniforms with a flashlight and a fucking radio. These people are a whole lot more sophisticated than that, and they're paid to torment people with oftentimes they're government funded. They're paid to torment people. They're paid to kill people. People to kill themselves. So that's what happens. That's what happens. I'm sorry if I yeah, I don't know any of the stuff associated with it. Any of it. It's just and they suppose it's past lives. That I've encountered. Dania before. I don't know if that was all just part of the script or what. I don't know if anything. I mean, it seemed real. So I don't know. I've So okay. So this is a tragic Romeo and Juliet story, and here we are, meeting again in a war, meeting again in some kind of civil war, and we never get together, and I don't know, maybe one day we'll be in heaven together. Maybe that's all I have to say. That's all I know. I don't know. But people like this who do this stuff, people like this,